Hi everyone, welcome to the Spin Out. Today I'm excited to be talking to another one of our own people, Rachel Davenport. She has just joined the Laundry Lady in the last few months as our training and education manager, and we're going to unpack her life as an expat living in Bali, working with an Australian company, and what that looks like for her, what were some of the decisions that brought her to make that life change, and how she juggles all of that as a remote worker working with us, and I'm going to talk about some of the different things that she's experienced in her career and of a long career of helping people in business. And I can't wait to have our chat. So let's go. Well, hi, Rachel. Thank you so much for joining me today. So you are actually our newest team member in our head office team.
I am.
Yes.
Thanks for having me.
It's so exciting to have you here and to actually have you here because you don't live here.
That's right.
Where do you live, Rachel?
I live in Bali.
In Bali.
Yeah.
Yay.
Island paradise.
So let's unpack all of this. How did you get from here to Bali? Because obviously you're Australian accent, and then to Laundry Lady, and here to our pod. So let's chat through that.
All right. No worries. Let's chat through that. Wow, where do I start? Well, I guess it sort of started. The idea to go to Bali was my husband's idea. I must admit, I was probably 2 years ago. He floated the idea. We went to Bali on a holiday, and we went and had a look at a couple of villas randomly, and then 3 days later we bought one. That was 6 months out of the
3 days later.
3 days later,
there's a lot of thought into that decision.
So much, which is extremely random because you know my husband Mike, but you don't know that it takes him 12 months to make a decision.
I do feel like from the little parts of what I know of him, that he would be someone who really thinks things through. And
yeah,
so
he does.
3 days, he's like, we're going.
Yeah, and I was like, whoa, okay, and this just must be right. So anyway, so we did that, and then we sort of rented it out on Airbnb for a couple of years and continued on our work journey.
So you were both still working at that time?
We were, yeah.
Yeah, because your kids are grown up, and
yes.
So you have a bit more freedom than me of not being trapped to a location.
I'm very happy to have adult kids. So
I feel like I'll be excited to get to that stage.
Yeah. So yeah, we had a bit of freedom. So yeah, we were still working, and at the point of purchasing it, it was never in my train of thought that we'd actually live there. But he'd always had this dream, and he'd prepared for his retirement in his 20s. He'd said through his whole life that he was going to retire in his 50s. And anyway, so then we got to that point, and 2 years later, we were sort of in bed one morning. I think, flying to Sydney for a job that I had then, and he goes, "What are we doing?" And I went, "What do you mean?" He's like, "What are we doing? We've had these plans of retiring early, and then bought the villa in Bali, and mind you, at this stage we're in Melbourne and it's like 3 degrees." He goes,
still working.
He's like, "Literally, what are we doing?" Anyway, so then we just made the decision that we would move to Bali. So
quit jobs and move to Bali?
And move to Bali. So my circumstances changed with my job, and that sort of brought that timeline earlier. Yeah. So retired, moved to Bali, been there for 1 year now. But then come out of retirement.
Yes. So let's tell people how we know each other, because we've known each other for a few years now, and we actually met at a franchising expo a few years ago.
We did in Brisbane.
Yes, which was probably just after COVID.
Just out of COVID. I think it was their first franchising expo out of COVID.
And the expo was a little bit, didn't have a lot of people there, so we had a lot of time to spend chatting.
We did, yes. And then how we got to meet you for the first time is my husband and I, Mike, we were working together in the same company, and we went to the speakers section, and here was Susan up on stage doing a speech and a talk to the franchising community with 3 people.
There was literally three people in the audience.
And one was me, one was my husband, and there was some other person. And you absolutely nailed it.
But there was no one there to see it.
We were there. We were there.
It was one of the first times that I'd kind of public spoken, done any public speaking. And so, well, certainly for the business. And so I just thought, I'm just going to deliver this like there's 100 people in the room and it'll be really good practice. And so I had all this energy and you and Mike were there cheering me on and keeping me going.
We were, because we were in awe. Like, it was just amazing to just pretend there's 100 people in the room and deliver. So we were very impressed. And then I think we just got chatting after that. And then at the after event function, we sort of got together and had a couple of glasses of wine and hit it off like we'd known each other for years.
I do feel like I've known you forever.
I know.
It's one of those, cool things. And then so we've stayed in touch and, Facebook obviously makes that easy to stay in touch with people's lives. And then I went to Bali for my very first holiday at the start of the year and turned up in Sanua, and my hotel was literally about 500 metres from your villa. So, of course, we had to catch up for lunch and a wine, a Bali wine, Bali Australian wine, which
very expensive Bali.
Yes, wasn't the greatest
more the
wine.
Company anyway.
It was. So and I think I planted a little seed in your head at that time because I had a feeling that maybe you weren't quite ready to retire. I know Mike was ready, but I was like, I feel like maybe you're not quite ready. And I did plant a little seed of, we might have a training recruitment type of role coming up later this year, and you didn't say anything at the time, but I knew that seed was filtering in there.
And I think what was maybe 6 months later, I sent you a message out of the blue and sort of said, I may be looking for a little something. And then you come back and said, well, your timing's perfect. We're just expanding and
we're just about to advertise this exact role I had in my mind for you.
So that's twice now we've had a bit of a sliding doors moment, I suppose.
Yeah.
We've just connected and made it work. So
and
then here I am.
And here you are.
Here I am. And loving it so far.
And so, and you're here on the Sunshine Coast at the moment because this is where your mum lives, right?
Yes.
On the Sunshine Coast. And so we thought we'll take the chance to do the pod in person while we're here and chat all things about that. And so you're doing your role with us from Bali remotely. How are you finding that?
It's really good. It's nice and flexible, so I can sort of start early, finish early, and still enjoy Bali life. So it's sort of the best of both worlds, I think. My brain is active, and what I'm doing with the laundry lady is a little bit in my wheelhouse anyway. So it's sort of things that I've done for many years, so it comes a bit naturally. And the team here are just amazing. It's like just everyone fits together. And I feel like I've just slotted in quite nicely.
Yes. And how do you find, because people ask me this all the time who are building like remote teams in their businesses, like how do you find connecting with the team when you are, somewhere else and you haven't been, you haven't known anyone here before, like, and the tools and things like that? Like, how are you finding getting to know people in the team?
Like, it's definitely different sort of doing it online, but it's also easy at the same time because everyone's themselves. So you're still on a video call, so it's still a face-to-face. There's plenty of chats on, the Google Chat and Google Meet. And so the systems are set up really, really well to be able to work remotely. So I think that's probably a bit of a key, is having everything set up and accessibility to work remotely.
Yeah.
Because it'd be really hard otherwise.
Yeah.
But no, it's been really good.
Yeah.
Technology allows people just to work from anywhere. And that way I think you can get the right people for the role as well.
Yes.
You're not so constrained with.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think COVID's definitely taught
people
that you can actually do it remotely, and you can take your blinkers off and there is another way.
Yeah. As long as the Bali internet
works.
Plays along.
Yes, although I've had a few issues with internet here as well. So
yes, exactly. There's a patch just outside where it seems to drop out as well. Just here.
So as long as that's working okay, it's fine. Fits in with you know, a nice lifestyle in Bali, as well as making my brain work and having that social connection with colleagues and, you know, some purpose to sort of look forward to. It's pretty cool.
And so life in Bali, like pickleball is your passion. I've noticed
it's
on
my addiction.
Facebook. Yes,
I'm very addicted.
And Raph in our office is a pickleball fan, so I've heard you guys chatting about that. So has that been fun to have kind of a sport to tap into to kind of be that expat in that community?
Yeah, and there's a big expat community where we live in Sonora, and it has been, because I'm competitive and I've played sport since I was like a teenager, very competitively, and you know, I thought that a few years ago that part of my life had finished, so I'd actually get back and play a sport again and have that social interaction and a bit of competitiveness, but with a bit more banter in it these days. Not so much if you win or lose, it's just having fun.
Yeah. I just don't know how you do it in the heat of Bali. Like, that would be driving me crazy. But
it's very hot.
Yeah. Or the rain, the constant rain.
Or the rain. Yeah, well, there's no cover on the court, so we don't play in the rain. But the heat, yes. And you are literally drenched, and I have to wash my shoes because they even get sweaty. Sorry, everyone. But that's fact.
We have some laundry lady socks on their way, so I'm looking forward to seeing you with those on the pickleball court.
Yep. I look forward to that.
What are your other tips of living in Bali? Like, how have you found adapting to that environment? Like, it's different when you're not just on holidays, I'm sure. No, I've quizzed you about cooking. Like, how often do you cook in Bali?
Not very often.
Yeah, food, it's cheaper and easier to eat out, right?
Yeah, food is definitely easier and cheaper to eat out. I think we probably spend about less than $20 a day for both of us, and we eat out once a day, and we have breakfast at home, but then we might get like a Grab service, which is the Bali Uber. But yeah, it's more expensive to go to the supermarket and buy than eat out. But there is a thing called eating out fatigue, though.
Yes.
You do get sick of it.
Yes, I felt like that when I was in Bali just for 2 weeks. I was like, I can't eat out anymore. Yeah. You do get to that point.
You do. It's glamorous for a little while.
Yeah.
But we do order in, which is still cheaper than cooking itself. So
yeah,
you know, that works out right.
And so what else have you missed from home, like other than people? Like, what else have you missed in terms of like your day-to-day life from here compared to being there?
Good question. Not much, really. It's probably just an easier access.
Not the cold Melbourne winters.
Definitely not the cold Melbourne winters.
I was talking to Kim this morning, and it's springtime now, and she was saying it's 1 degree this morning. I'm like, it's almost 30 degrees here on the Sunshine Coast.
No, I don't miss the cold in Melbourne. I don't really miss anything from Australia, to be honest with you. Like, I thought I would, but I really don't.
Embracing the Bali life.
Embracing the Bali way. And I do call it the Bali way because I think if you go to live in Bali and you want to replicate your Australian life in Bali, you'll get very frustrated.
Yeah.
But I think with Bali, it just teaches you to be patient and just accept that things are going to take a little bit longer than what you would think that they would in Australia. And it is that Bali way.
Yes. Yeah.
But if you're okay with that, everything will just be smooth. Like, it's just, it's a weird feeling. You feel it as soon as you step off the plane. Like, it's as if like you just relax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're caught in that Bali fever.
Very much so. And still got a routine, you know, go to the gym in the morning, catch up with friends a few times a week, go to pickleball 3 or 4 times a week. So people used to say, how do you feel your day? And I'm like, you just do.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain that you sort of just feel your day, and you can get to 5 o'clock and go, where did the day go?
Do you miss, like, I think the thing that I felt like I would miss when I was there is big open spaces. Like, coming back to the coast straight after the holiday, it was like everything's so spread out and, you know, spacious and, you know, not like lots of people in your space and broken footpaths and a lot of people around like it was in Bali. Like, do you get that feeling there at all or not really?
I don't. No, I don't. We sort of escape to our villa. That's like our little sanctuary.
Yeah, because the gardens are beautiful.
Yeah, gardens are beautiful. We've got a waterfall that's just sounds relaxing and it makes you relaxed. And I think as soon as we enter, you know, the walls into the villa, it's just
You're
relaxing.
in your,
Yeah,
in
it's
your
almost like a
zone.
namaste moment.
Aw, that's
So
awesome.
good.
I tell you what, I have this whole goal of after I finish in the business and my kids are grown up and I'm in my next phase of life, I'm just going to eat, pray, love my way around the world. So
I love that.
Bali will definitely be on that.
that.
So yeah, you might
Yeah.
have to just keep that second bedroom for me.
Always. Always.
So let's talk about your life before Bali, before you were in your nice Zen moment. You had a really long career in franchising and across all different types of business and industry.
Yeah,
So
like 20 years in total.
20
I worked out.
years. You're not even old enough to have 20 years, but you worked in dog grooming,
Dog grooming, cleaning services, fitness gyms,
cakes.
Yeah. So there's literally nothing I wouldn't try my hand at.
So you've been working with people who are creating business like your whole life, really. And what made you want to do that in the first place?
Oh, I think I just fell into it. Like it was, and I still don't know what I want to do after school. all I knew is that I didn't want to go to university. Like I'm not that sort of person. I'm not overly academic. Um, I'm not. I don't think I'm like school smart, but I definitely think I'm common sense smart. Some street smarts,
Yes.
so to say. So I definitely knew I wouldn't go down that road. And then I actually fell into pizza business first.
Oh, pizza.
Pizza business first. So that was the first franchise I sort of got into. And my kids were sort of born during that time. So I had to juggle work and kids. And my husband at the time, we would trade shifts. Like I would do the day shift and then he'd drive the kids, and they were like between newborn and 3 years old when we had this business, and we would tag team. So we sort of hand each other the keys as we walked out the back door and change shifts. And then, when my second son was born, he would come to work for the first 6 months because that's what we had to do.
I was doing ironing the
business.
day that my second son was born. I had to get my husband at the time to return the ironing to the customer because I was in hospital and couldn't get it back to her. But I had finished it. I had finished the ironing.
Well, that's
before
the customer's happy with that.
Yes.
I actually did ironing. I put a little ad in the paper when I was 6 months pregnant with my first son. We'd finished a business, and then there was a transition time. And I figured, well, no one's going to employ me. I'm 6 months pregnant. So I just went, what can I do from home? And I literally put a little classified ad in a paper that said ironing services. I think it was like $20 a basket or something like that. It was in the year 2000.
It's like you're destined to become a laundry lady.
I've come full circle. And then I had such a good customer base that people would drop it to me and then sort of pick it up. And I had a regular client base that I was able to do that for a little while. And yeah, just a random idea. I said, I'll do ironing.
And now you're helping other people do that.
Now here we are
with us. So
got the full journey. So yes, definitely. I think business has just been a natural progression for me. And then just sort of fell into that franchising system. Yeah. Which, I do believe in systems and branding and things like that. So I think you've got a better chance of success if you're in with a brand.
Yeah. Yeah. And so what's something that you've learnt, in 20 years of supporting people in businesses within brands? Like what's something that you've learnt that, is true for all of those business owners that along the way that, you're still thinking about today with Laundry Lady that's been the same kind of thing?
I think customer service and that customer facing doesn't change. And I think so there's two things. There's the customer service part of it, but then is actually doing the work and doing a really good job at it. If you sort of miss one of those, if you don't have good customer service, well, your customers aren't going to like you and they're not going to come back. But then if you don't do a good job, they're not going to come back anyway. So they're the probably two things that I don't think it changes in any industry, but you have to get it right. And it's actually not hard to get right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So what's your top tips for customer service then? Putting you on the
tips.
spot. Putting you on the spot. What are the top tips?
Definitely just having a servant mindset, I think, is that I want to help you and be happy doing it.
Yes.
Firstly, put a smile on your face.
I was going to say
Enjoy
smile.
it.
You don't know, even if you're on the phone, like people can hear you smile.
They really can.
Yes.
Yeah. And I used to teach that actually when I used to when I was in the pizza business, when you're teaching like 15-year-old kids to answer the phone, like smile. It comes through. Like they're looking at me weird, but it actually does. So top tips, is just be yourself, have fun, enjoy what you're doing, and just have that I want to help you mindset. And I think it should just flow from there.
I love that.
Yeah.
I want to help you.
How
can I help you?
How can I help you? Like, but mean it.
But mean it, yes.
Yeah. But mean it's not that hard. Like, it's just being kind to that person, and they'll repay you because they will tell many people how good you are, and that's how you build your business. I built my cleaning business like that, was word of mouth. And I literally only got a call from someone that used my services 8 years ago, rang me literally 2 weeks ago and said, "Oh, can you come and do my job again? Like, you were really good."
Aww.
I said, "Oh, sorry, I'm not doing that anymore."
I've moved on.
So customer service, and then just the quality of the work, I think. It's taking that extra time to do it properly.
Yeah.
And just wow the customer, and I think you're halfway there.
Yeah. Yeah. And other than laundry, what has been the favourite industry that you worked in?
Or fitness.
Fitness, because that's your passion, fitness?
It's not passion, but
I thought you were going to say dog grooming.
No, I enjoyed that. I was more of people support there. I didn't actually groom the dogs.
You didn't get to see the little puppies.
No.
I actually think I'd hate doing the puppies because they're not all nice little cute puppies.
Nice.
My Spoodle is mad, and I've tried to groom her, and it takes hours, and my back breaks by the end of it, and I'm like, I'm not doing this. Someone else can do it.
Yeah, I think you've got to definitely be a special someone to be able to do that. But I did enjoy it. The people were really good to work with. But I think the fitness, because it's a real passion, I really enjoyed that. But I was also very happy to get out of that too. Like it was glamorous for a little while, but it wasn't as glamorous as what I thought it was going to be. But still fun.
But laundry is way more glamorous, right? Like
laundry's fun. It's all about the people.
Yes.
It doesn't matter what you do. If you're surrounded by good people, anything is possible. And laundry never ends.
It never ends.
It never ends.
Never, ever.
Never, ever.
Yes,
So,
I've been thinking a lot about my own laundry, I have to say, because I, obviously, as the owner of this business, I've been around laundry for a long time, but I was also the laundry lady up until really 5 years ago. I was still doing that. And so I did, after when I, started a head office and stepped into more of a leadership role, I did start getting my ironing done regularly, which was game changing because I have like a lot of dresses and things that need ironing. And also my iron was always in the office because we use it for training videos and things like that. So it was awesome to be able to book in our own service to use for my ironing. But I have been thinking lately, because I am incredibly time poor at the moment, getting ready to launch into new countries and things. So I have been thinking more and more about it's time for me to now let go and get my washing done as well. So yes, our local laundry lad and lady who work there are going to be getting my booking very, very soon, because I am ready to not be folding my clothes. I know it's really, people always say but it's so easy to throw on a load of washing. It's really easy to throw on a load of washing. It's really hard to get it out of the washing machine
and hang it up
and put it in the dryer and then get it out of the dryer and fold it and then put it away. That seems to be where the
minutes
disappear.
They do. I had one of my best friends actually started using the laundry lady service in my hometown of Coffs Harbour, and she's a CEO of a pretty big company, and she's very time poor, 3 kids, just running around like a crazy woman. And she literally, I think may have been one of the first customers of the laundry lady in
Coffs
Coffs
Harbour.
Harbour, and she sent me a message not that long ago and said, "Where has this been all my life?
Oh.
This is literally a game changer."
Yeah.
Because 3 kids, all sporty, 3 sets of clothes a day.
Oh my gosh.
Like, you could just imagine.
It's just, I don't know how they
much
go
that would add
through
up.
so many clothes. It's insane. And yeah. Yes. And
So
then animals as well seem to also go through lots of towels.
exactly. So yeah, she said it's absolute game changer.
It's the messiness too of laundry, you know, like as I was walking out this morning, my clothes were like I'd folded them and they're still on the table waiting to be put away because none of my children have listened to me when I've asked them multiple times to put their clothes away. And, you know, the messiness of that makes my house feel messy, and then that adds to my stress and my chaos. And it's, you know, when you're already really busy, it's taking...
You don't need it.
You don't need that. You
No,
definitely
outsource
don't
it.
need that.
It's 2025. We buy time back.
I'm booking my laundry right now.
Do
I'm
it.
booking my washing. Let's get it done. Let's get it done. So, well, thank you so much for joining us today. This has been such a fun chat. And next time you come back, we'll chat again. Maybe I'll have to come to Bali and we'll do a chat over there.
I think so.
We could maybe sit on Sanur Beach and do the next recording there. What do you reckon?
I think we could do that.
Yeah,
for sure.
definitely. All right.
Lock
I'm booking that. Next time I'm going to not come in rain season though, like I did last year, which was really stupid. I'm going to come in
May through September.
To September. All right.
Perfect.
All right. Well, I've just missed out
Aussie
this
winter.
year. I'll have to wait till May now. I'll get it booked. But thank you so much. And it's so great to have you in the team. And I've really enjoyed our chat today. So
same.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me. And in the team. It's good.
Thank you.